Hey everyone, this is Kevin from thechesswebsite.com. Pleased to announce we just launched some very powerful software on the website. Software that typically you may spend between anywhere from $50 to $200. And even the problem with that is you install it on your computer and you don't have it on any of your other devices, even your other computers. This is great because it's actually on thechesswebsite.com. So anywhere you have access to thechesswebsite.com, you're going to have access to this software. Now there's two parts of the software. The part we're about to go over right now is completely free. So if you haven't already checked it out, go to the website, check it out. You don't have to sign up for anything. You can use it right away. And it solves one of the problems that so many people email me and ask me about, and that is giving analysis on a specific board state. A lot of people send me a screenshot and say, hey Kevin, who's winning in this position and what's my best move? How should I continue in this position? And that's exactly what this software does. Again, you can use it anytime you want to, so I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like so you're familiar. We're going to go ahead and just set up the board state. So all you have to do is click a piece and then click where you want it to go. We're going to do pretty basic here. Well, I'll just do a simple opening so y'all can kind of see what it looks like. We'll do the Italian game here, and we'll just move the pieces a little bit. And there's analysis parameters, so you can again change how in depth you want to get with your analysis. We're going to keep it on 20 moves as far as how deep the computer is going to go in 1 second. So not very long. Again, the computer is a lot smarter than humans, but you know, in 1 second you can't do too much. But again, you're still going to get a pretty solid analysis. So we're going to go ahead and click analysis, and it gives you a strength evaluation. If you're not too familiar with strength evaluation score, plus means that white is ahead, minus means that black is ahead. A whole point, that is meaning white is up a pawn in material. Now it doesn't always have to be material advantage. Sometimes if you're about to checkmate, you're going to have a very high point, even if you don't have more material. But again, it's just kind of a gauge as far as who is winning in the game, because again, it's not always who has the most material, it's who has the most material actually in the battle. But in this particular case, both sides are pretty equal. 0.0 would be complete equality, and both sides are pretty equal. They have kind of the same setup. It is white's move, so sure, slight advantage. 0.1 sounds about right. It also has a recommended line for white. Again, this is what a lot of people ask. How should white continue in whatever position it is, or how black should continue in a position? And it gives you a recommended line. This has 4 lines, or 4 moves, and so if you click on recommended line, you can actually move through those lines. Now, the strength evaluation is not going to change as you go through this, but you could always, actually do the strength evaluation of this right here if you wanted to even go deeper from this position. We can always come back. We can change the strength or the time limit. So if we come back to the board, we'll go ahead and click. We'll do 5 seconds here, and we'll click back on the board up here. We'll keep it the same, and we'll click analyze. And again, before we did 1 second, it gave us 4 moves, and we click on analyze this time. Same strength evaluation, so again, still pretty much equality, but it gives you a different line. So it's gone a little more in depth. We've gone a few more seconds, and we've now got 5 moves. So you can actually click on this and go through the 5 moves. So again, pretty cool stuff. So again, that is kind of what it looks like if you set it up from the very beginning of the board. So if you want to go through the first 10 moves from each side and see what it looks like, you can also set it up if you want to clear the board. So we'll clear the board. If you want to add pieces from the left hand side, just click one of the pieces, click it onto the screen where you want to add it. So we'll go ahead and add a couple rooks. We'll go ahead and add a pawn over here for white side, but let's go ahead and change white's move to black to move. So it's black's to move, and we'll click analyze. Again, we'll keep it on the 5 seconds just to see. Hopefully it's going to tell us to take this rook here on a1, and it does. So again, ... means it's now black's move. So strength evaluation negative 5.4. That means black is definitely ahead, even though he's same material right now. He's about to take material, so definitely an advantage. And as it goes on, while the strength evaluation won't change, black strength evaluation will technically still be going up because he'll have a much better position in the game. So again, we can kind of go through it, and so we can say he takes that pawn, and then it kind of guides you through. Again, this is all contingent on how the computer's running through it, but going through all these different moves, and then eventually Black would take a material and then go on to checkmate his opponent. So again, this is extremely powerful stuff that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. And again, this is completely free, so if you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend going to thechesswebsite.com and checking out the chess analysis. Now for members, we actually have an additional section that I think is going to be really helpful for everyone that's looking to take their game to the next level. One of the best ways to get better at chess is to analyze your own game. So many people will play a game, they'll lose, they'll play another game, they'll lose, and they're not really learning and trying to figure out where they went wrong. And this is a great way to take one of your games and have an entire analysis on the entire game. So what it looks like is there's now two options for members at the top. So you have to be logged in, custom board and PGN. Custom board is again setting up a position that's free for everyone. PGN, you can actually paste one of your own games into the move history over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this over here, and I'm going to paste in PGN. If you're not too familiar with PGN, it's a format of all your moves. It kind of looks like this. So pretty basic. I basically just copied one of the more famous games out there, but you could do it with just the moves orders, one dot and then whatever. Depending on where you're actually playing, they usually generate a PGN file for you. But all you have to do is just put that in there and hit analyze. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 1 second for the time limit for each move. You can definitely change this if you want to get more in depth, but I'm going to go ahead and hit analyze, and right away it already gives you the strength evaluation and recommended line, and you can go through the entire game. And this is very powerful because in this particular case the strength evaluation is not going to change too much because we have two grandmasters that are actually playing against each other. But in your own games you're going to see some very large swings in the strength evaluation, so you can actually go through and actually see where you're making mistakes, and you can actually click on a specific position. We'll click right here on H takes on G6 and actually see, okay, who's winning in this position, what's the recommended line, where did I go? It says recommended line is knight to C5. They actually chose to go knight to C5. Perfect. So these people actually decided to do exactly what the computer said. But in your own games, you could look at it and say, oh wow, white's winning, and then the next move, wow, black is winning by a lot. That was maybe a bad move. And you can actually go through and again do the recommended line and actually see what the computer recommends in that position. So very powerful. You can also again change your parameters. So you can change the time limit, you can change the search depth, although I think 20 moves is actually pretty solid. You can always change the time limit for each move that it goes through if you want a deeper analysis. Also if you want extended line at the bottom. So again, this is going to be super powerful for those members of the chess website that actually want to analyze their own chess games. Again, there's unlimited use, so again, use this as much as you guys want to. That's what it's there for. I think this is going to be a huge addition to the website. Again, there's tons of free content, and you have this for members as well, so everyone should be happy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video kind of explaining about some of the cool stuff. I have some other great stuff to announce coming out on the website in the near future, so stay tuned, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.